But for some of us, our hang-up with miracles isn't rational, it's emotional. Because there was a time in your life when you desperately needed a miracle. You desperately needed God to intervene and circumvent the natural order of things. And you prayed, and you prayed, and you prayed, and God did not intervene. And as a result, you didn't simply start to disbelieve miracles, you started to disbelieve in God. But here's the question. What if we misunderstood the purpose of miracles to begin with? What if improving the quality or the circumstances in our lives was not the purpose of miracles to begin with? Because when we open the biographies of the life of Jesus and we read about the miracles he did, an improved circumstance was an outcome of a miracle, but it was not the purpose of a miracle. So here's the big idea we're going to unpack in this 7-week series. Miracles are not a suspension of the natural order, but a restoration of the natural order. It's when God does something in our world to make something that has been broken by sin return to the way he intended for it to be and the way it will be on the last day. And today, we're going to get started at the very beginning with the very first miracle that Jesus did. And it is a strange miracle. I mean, if someone were making up the story of Jesus as they sat down to write the beginning of the story, they would never invent this as a first miracle. And if you're new to the Bible, here's what it was. Jesus was at a wedding reception. They ran out of alcohol. The party's about to fall flat, so he decides to make 150 gallons of wine to turn it into the best party these people would ever experience. Calling card miracle from the greatest movement leader in the history of the world. Why in the world would he choose that one? Well, what's interesting is John, who wrote this biography of Jesus, tells us the answer. I'm going to start at the end of the story in John chapter 2, verse 11, where John explains the significance of this. It says, "This, the first of his miraculous signs, Jesus performed at Cana in Galilee. He thus revealed his glory, and his disciples put their faith in him." From this shame. So they take him to the master of the banquet. They did so, and the master of the banquet tasted the water that had been turned into wine. He did not realize where it had come from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew. Then he called the bridegroom aside and said, "Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you," check this out, "have saved the best. You've saved the best till now. You've saved the best for the end, not the beginning. You've been waiting this whole time to bring out what is the best, what brings the most delight, the most experience for our guests." This, the first of his miraculous signs, Jesus performed at Cana in Galilee. He thus revealed his glory, and his disciples put their faith in him. To those of us who are lonely, wondering, will I ever have my wedding day? Listen, here's what I can tell you. Either you will have your wedding celebration, or you will have your wedding celebration. Even the best of marriages are lonely at times, are strained at times. For all of us, our true joy, our true delight, our true love is yet to come. Jesus saves the best for last. For those of us in the room who have not put our trust in Jesus yet, I want you to know your party is about to fall flat. Admit that you're empty. Receive his love as a gift. Jesus does all the work. You get all the credit. Trust in him.
Hey everyone, my name is James and I serve as Hope's Digital Media Engagement Director, and we just wanted to say thank you for checking out that last clip from our series, Snapshots. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know by hitting that like button or leaving a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe to our channel, especially if you're interested in learning more about miracles. Subscribing will make sure that you get notified when we post new content and when we go live. Speaking of going live, we would love to personally invite you to our next live stream. We live stream every Sunday morning starting at 8:25 a.m. Central, and we would love to see you there. Here's what you can expect. You can expect a warm welcome from 2 on-air hosts. You can enjoy some engaging conversation with a chat host and our growing online community. You'll experience some live music, and of course, you get a chance to dive deeper into this series. We hope to see you Sunday.